Welcome back to the MCC Coaches Show here on Country 93.1, live from Pints and Courts Pub and Grill in Muskegon on Norton Street. My name is Matt Tjapkes right now, joined by youngster Michael Caughey, a lineman on the Crusaders, junior this year, correct, Mike?
Yep.
And I guess, Mike, let's just talk about let's start from the beginning. Last year, your first year on varsity, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And they throw you right into the fire, starting on both lines for the most part, weren't you?
Yeah.
And just talk about that experience of coming up as a sophomore. You're playing some bigger teams. You guys started same way this season, 0-2. But that team last year fought back, and you really gained some skills as the season went on and started to shine toward the end of the season.
Well, yeah, at the beginning, maybe baptism by fire, really. I mean, so these guys are so much bigger and so much faster. It's just a different level of football from JV. But you're right, as the year went on, you just get used to it. You start playing with those guys, and, it just gets – you get used to it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess talk about some of the memories that you have from last year and what stood out and what kind of motivated you coming into this season.
Oh, that Menden game last year, coming in there and, taking care of business was just the best football game I've ever played. And just thinking about that and wanting to relive that was, motivation to come back out here and, do it again. All
right. Now we got some fans lining up here. Talk about what do you got going on with your family life? Obviously, I would assume mom and dad over here looking over your shoulder, making sure everything's in order and the radio guy's not picking on you.
Yeah, I got a 5-year-old terror over there, Miss Smiley, and she was a little surprised. And I was in middle school, but it's good, and she adds another flavor of excitement in our house.
Oh, I understand that. I got a 6-year-old little girl at my house, so they are definitely interesting to keep track of at times. So, but wonderful things. How long have you been in the Muskegon Catholic system? Is it something you grew up in the system, or did you just come in high school?
I went to Shores up until 6th grade, and then I switched over middle school in 7th grade.
Okay. And you've been playing with football for Muskegon Catholic ever since?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess talk about when things transitioned this year and you're a junior this year, looking for a little more leadership out of you as you're taking on both lines?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all veterans. Me, Jacob Holt, Nate Jones, and it's different because we had Caughey and Michael Garceloni last year. So yeah, we've been taking over that role and coming in there, stepping in there as veterans with a lot of experience.
And so far, your team is 2-2 this season. I guess what's your general feeling about the team now? You got the record back evened up. And it looks like things should be going pretty well this week again against Tri-Unity.
Well, I felt like after the Heights game, I felt we really started to gel, like things were working on all cylinders. I mean, I know we did very well against Grant, but there were still some things missing. So we're really everything's starting to come together.
Now, you say things are starting to gel and come together. What do you see out in the field that lets you know, hey, we're doing this and we're starting to click? We're playing as a team together. Just the atmosphere out there. We're not as tense. We're a little more lax, which is good. We're coming into that mold. Okay. And this week you come up against a Tri-Unity team that's just coming off their first victory as a varsity football team. What's going to be your big roles, both offensively and defensively, in this contest?
We just as linemen just got to come out there and make big holes for those backs. Just come out there and do what we do every week.
And I guess talk about your nose guard or defensive tackle, depending on the defensive lineup, and then you're an offensive tackle on offense. Which would you rather play more of, more defense or more offense?
I think I'd rather play offense a little bit.
Really? Yeah, now you're the first one that said that. Explain why.
Well, I love coming out there. It just makes more sense. I love going out there and making big holes and just moving my guy and pushing him back. I love that feeling.
Now you got Blake, you got Tommy, and you got Alex. Plus you got Nick back there, all in the backfield. How much fun is it when you can blow up a hole and see one of those guys go for a big run?
That's the best feeling in the world, seeing those guys come right through your hole and score a touchdown. There's nothing better out there.
Now, when you get to film session after the game, are you the one going, "Hey, coach, check me out what I did right here"? Or are they saying it to you? Are they pointing out that you're blowing up some decent blocks for them?
Well, usually I'm getting yelled at during film. But yeah, I get some shout outs here and there.
Okay. Rumor has it you're a pretty good student, doing well in school. Talk about your favorite classes and what you got going on in school this year.
I love history class. That's my favorite of all. I just learned about the past and how that can apply to the future. And I got my first AP class this year, so getting ready and gonna take the ACT test this year, so I'm getting ready for that as well.
Okay. Now history. There's a lot of different histories that you can talk about. Which ones really grab you?
I like world history the best.
Yeah. Okay.
It's learning about all the different cultures coming together, and I like that.
Okay. Now, focus more on the European history or just the Africa?
European.
European.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what grabs you about that? Have you ever been there, or would you like to go there, or is it just?
Well, I like learning about the Catholic Church, and I like how that molds and how that fitted everything, and how that influenced all of European history since 80s
Absolutely.
through 30. So it's just I like that aspect of it and how it's all ingrained in that culture and society of it.
Now, do you actually have like a church history class that you ever take at Muskegon Catholic or anything like that? Or
not really, but
Okay.
it's just like it's just all tied in together. They did a pretty good job at school.
Now talk about, you'll be a senior next year. You talked about taking the ACT. Have you kicked around any college ideas yet, or is that too far off in the distance for you?
I don't know. I gotta keep looking. I gotta get down, and start looking at college and applying around there.
Now, would you like to play football, continue on in college, or?
That's a possibility. I've been thinking about that, and I'm thinking about I might want to, continue on to the next level, play it, but I got to get stronger and faster and keep working on my skills.
Okay, now that Coach was talking about your dedication in the weight room and things like that, do you feed off other players when you get into the weight room and you see other guys that are in there and they start jacking up a little more weight than they did the week before or the month before? Do you guys feed off each other in the weight room like that?
Oh, yeah. You get in there, you get that enthusiasm. It makes you want to push yourself and work harder, and the atmosphere in there is just so much key in how well you're going to do in there.
Okay. And then I got a little history lesson from Coach Zerwan. I understand you have an uncle that made a pretty decent mark at MCC and then went on to the University of Michigan. Is that correct?
Yes. My uncle Rob Vanderleest, he went All-State twice in '89 and '90, I believe, and went on to play tight end at the University of Michigan.
Now, how old were you when that happened? Were you even around?
I was.
You were not around.
No,
my math is not that good. So, do you get a chance to ever find some old films of him or anything like that? Or
I've seen him on the old the Big Ten replay shows,
really?
And my mom points him out, my dad points him out for me. It's kind of cool to see him out there. But, yeah.
Now, does he want to ever come in and give you some tips on how to be a better football player or how to possibly take your game to the next level in the college level? Or
oh yeah, he's been very influential ever since I was a little kid. Helped me out with things, and it's just awesome. Having an uncle that's played that high caliber level. And just getting that advice from him is so key and so crucial.
So does he have a Big Ten championship ring?
I think I've seen his Rose Bowl.
Really?
Thing, yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mike, one of the things that we do just to kind of get to know these kids every week that we bring on here is I put you through the ringer.
Okay.
And I got just a list of questions. And it gives us a little better idea of who you are and what's going on in your life. So we'll start with your favorite football memory of your entire life.
Definitely beating Mendon last year. That was the best. Okay.
How old were you when you started to play?
About 8 years old.
8 years old. And any favorite sports other than football?
Basketball.
Basketball. Okay. And favorite class, we already talked about history. We already talked about your college. How about, were you named after anyone?
I was named after my grandfather.
Okay.
Michael Terrence Caughey.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, very good. And if you were another person, would you be friends with Mike Caughey?
Ooh, I don't know. That's
really?
a tough one.
You're a little salty, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. How about, would you ever bungee jump?
Probably not, no.
No? Really? Okay. How about your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? I like Lucky Charms.
Okay. Your favorite thing about yourself?
Favorite thing? I like that I'm good at trivia.
All right, there we go. I've heard about this. If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Definitely green.
Definitely green. All right. Who was the last person you talked to on your phone?
My mom.
All right, good answer. Favorite sport to watch?
Football.
Excellent. Your favorite food?
Favorite food? Steak.
Steak. Good. Last movie that you watched?
Traffic.
Traffic. And the favorite dessert?
Cheesecake.
Strength training or cardio?
Strength training.
If you had to choose between a computer or a television, what would you take?
Television.
All right. What's the farthest you've ever been away from home?
Alabama. No, Mississippi, my bad.
Okay. Were you born here in Muskegon?
Yes.
All right.
Hospital.
What color is your car?
Black.
And do you like all these questions?
I don't know.
We'll see about it. All right. That is Mike Caughey. We'll take a 3-minute break. We'll come back and wrap things up. Mike, thank you for your time. Enjoyed having you here. We'll be back with more here on the Coaches Show on Country 93.1.